It's time for another double shot.
All right, I got a question for you.
Oh, God.
I need help from you and from you guys. You can put them in the comments section. I'm expecting a lot of comments because this is a real issue. As you know, or as you might know if you listen to my show, or I don't know if I've mentioned it on here, but I'm expecting another baby in 2 months.
So many kids.
And I look great. No, my wife is expecting. Obviously, it's not me. But in 2 months, in two months,
I'm glad you clarified.
I got it clarified. In 2 months, we'll be having our 4th kid. And so we're drawing the line at 4. We thought we were drawing the line at 3, but the Lord works in mysterious ways. So we're having a 4th kid. We're very excited. We were talking about it for a long time. We just, we didn't know when it was going to happen. Then it just happened. I don't need to explain to you guys how it works, but it works. So now we're having this 4th baby, and we've decided that's it. We're not going to have any more babies after that. So naturally, unfortunately, I was going to go under the knife, which is kind of freaky. Like a snip, snip.
I was just thinking snip, snip.
Okay, so snip, snip. And I was really nervous about it because I just heard this story recently. You remember that earthquake that was in New York a few days back?
Mm-hmm,
there was a guy who was on the operating table getting snipped when that happened. Yes. There was a 4.8 earthquake. I'm sure you guys saw this. What you didn't see is there was a guy who was in Rochester or something. And he's getting...
didn't see it.
What's that?
I'm glad we don't see it.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I don't want to see that either. But he was in the middle of a vasectomy. And he thought the doctor was playing like a dumb joke on him or something, which is ridiculous. Like, why would a doctor do that? So the doctor sets all the scalpel down and whatever they do to...
Well, snip, snip.
I don't think they cut it off, right?
They just make a cut, don't they? And then tie tubes. I don't know.
Anyway, it's scary. He sets down the stuff, and the guy's like, was that a joke? And the guy's like, no, I think we had an earthquake. And he thought he was joking. Anyway, so this is getting me I'm all kind of freaked out about it now. So then my wife tells me the other day, and here's the twist in the story, and where I don't know how I should feel about my wife based on this information. She tells me, because our first baby, it's probably too much information, but our first baby, we had to have an emergency C-section. And once you have a C-section, there is a very good chance that you have to have a C-section for further babies. We didn't for our 2nd and 3rd for some reason, but we might have to for our 4th. So my wife says, hey, I found out. I guess she knew this information. She didn't tell me. But if she's open on a C-section on the table, you just tie her tubes up.
So here's the funny thing.
Take care of it.
I was just thinking how selfish it is of her to have you do it.
Listen to this.
100%.
So I say to her, she tells me this on the couch the other night. And I'm just like, oh, this is great news. I'm very excited because this Rochester guy and the earthquake, and I don't want to have them go down there and cut anything. And she goes, no, I don't think I'm going to do it. And I said, well, if you're already open, like, what's the big deal? And she goes, well, you haven't really done anything for these babies yet. And I was like, what do you mean?
He did half the work.
I did half the work. It's like not my fault that my stuff works so quickly and is so great. Like,
blame God.
Women are just slower at their half of the work. My half happens very quickly.
Literally 2 minutes.
Not too quick. But anyway, so she tells me, she goes, I think you should still get snipped, even though I'm fully able to, and it wouldn't affect her in any way. There's no extra recovery. She'd be fine.
Yeah.
She wants me to get snipped, even though she's like right there, because then it's me contributing. Isn't that messed up?
Well, think of it this way. I
don't have anything today in my cup either.
I never have anything.
I mean, it's not going to happen. God forbid.
Too many. But
do you feel like
she's wrong?
Is one of us being selfish? And is that person my wife?
I think she's wrong here. It's easier for me to judge on this, and certainly for you because
I agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, why go through 2 surgeries when you can just go through one?
Yes.
Now, this is all contingent on her having a C-section.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen, but if it does happen, like there is a sunny side.
See, that I think is very good on you because you're saying, look, if you don't have to have a C-section, I'm not going to be praying for it.
Then I'll
go ahead and get snip,
absolutely,
snip, and potentially get it damaged forever.
I hope that's not the case. What I would like is an overwhelming support for myself and not for my wife in the comment section.
I wanted to root for your wife so badly.
I know you did.
I can't.
But you can't.
I think you're right.
I think a reasonable person cannot root for my wife in this situation.
So. Is she mad?
No, she's like, that's how I feel. And I'm like,
you slip the doctor like a 20. You say, hey.
Just like, hey,
she's not going to know.
While you're down there. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some rules against that, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll try. We'll see what happens.
She wouldn't even know.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Let me know.
We'll see you next time.